Good day, Sail Wars fans. I'm Sandy Pondwater, coming to you for the Memorial Day Soling Regatta from Melbourne, Florida. Sponsored by the Space Coast Model Sailing Club. And this is Race4B. Our entries for this race are number 11 Andy, number 06 Joe, number 12 Richard, number 4 Jerry, and number 1 Ron. Let's see how these competitors do in this race.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1.
And let's see it zoomed in.
Well, 6, you owe me a turn.
You were supposed to come up.
No, I was bunched over.
I was too.
Yeah, you both were.
David, I want to move my boat.
Yeah. You owe him a turn.
And you hate to see when that happens, but the race director did the right thing and corrected the right call. And I'm not doing a turn. Andy is currently in first place. And number 4, Jerry, is in second place. And number 1, Ron, is in third place. And did Richard ever do the turn? Because there he is, just steaming towards the front. I don't think he ever did that turn. I'm not positive since he went off camera. But he probably didn't, since he was still steaming towards the front like that.
And, yes, I was going to say, we got to do the medals too. Yeah. And we're going to do a tip. It's probably expensive too.
Wow.
I'm so proud my wife makes one.
Didn't leave me enough at the turn.
Man.
The blue sail.
That's probably Andy. I'm not doing a turn.
Was you the blue sail?
It probably is his boat. Either that or Richard.
It's the blue boat. I mean the blue sail. Cut me off.
Hey David, somebody, he's calling a foul on the boat with the blue sails.
You didn't have overlap in that turn. You didn't have rights to come in there. I didn't see it. I was stopping.
It all comes out on Sail Wars. Well, what do you think, Sail Wars fans? Was there overlap going into that mark? We didn't see any evidence of that on film, but I would like to hear your comments on this one. As we see, for the boats heading downwind right now, one of them's off camera. We see Richard is in second place, and remember, he's been accused of fouls twice. But no penalty turns have been done up to this point. And right there we see number 11, I'm not doing a turn, Andy, is in first place. And number 12, Richard, is in second place. Some of those competitors behind him have to be steaming. Number 4, Jerry, is in third place. He's trying to catch up and pass Richard. And there we see number 1, Ron, trying to catch up. It's a really close race right now for second place. There they go. Andy's way out front. Now, they're racing 2 laps today. They race upwind around 2 marks. Then downwind, they have a gate. They can pick which side they want to go inside and out and around before continuing back up the course. Number 12, Richard, gets a puff and pulls away. He leaves those other 2 boats behind. Gets about a 3 or 4 boat advantage. But they're not giving up so quick as they gain some momentum. We see our leader right there going around the gate. The other 3 boats are coming in, almost 3 wide, but there appears to be no overlap as Richard makes his way around that mark, and so does Ron. And number 4, Jerry rounds the mark really tight and gets some good wind and takes over second place. As we can see, I'm not doing a turn. Andy's still in first place. But now he's got that number 4 boat right behind him. Jerry is pressing him hard. In fact, Jerry has a little bit better line going up the course. But all 4 of those boats are really tight right now. Andy tacks back over to starboard tack as 2 of the other boats follow. And look at this, way over on the other side. I believe that's Joe way over there. He's taking a different line up the course. And is that Joe taking over second place? Yes, Joe moves into second place, and he's got a really good line heading up the course. He should make up some water on Andy. Andy's coming up the near shoreline as he then again has to tack back. And look at this! Incredible! Joe is gonna take over first place. Way to go, Joe! Picking that good line. He must have taken the outer gate. Number 12, Richard, is now into second place despite not doing any turns so far. Andy is in third place right now, so Andy has dropped back to third place. He's got to be heated about that. He's led most of this race, but now he's dropped back as the competitors head towards that red mark for the last time because they're on their second of 2 laps. They seem to pull away from each other and then tighten it back up. This is a very competitive race. We see right there, Ron is trailing the pack. We have 2 boats at the back of the pack, but 3 boats battling for first place up front. Incredible. These boats at the back better find some wind. There's no overlap going into this turn. What's going to happen? We know Richard likes to press going into turns. Look out, I think he's going to try it. Or is that Andy? No, it's Richard pushing. And he pushes in. There's some contact, I think. Or was there? No, that was so close. Looking at the video replay, there was no contact right there. As we see, those boats are running very close going down to that next mark. And look out. We're getting close again. Look out, Andy. And we have boats rubbing again. Does number 11 Andy foul number 12 Richard? Leave us a comment. I believe he did. He bumped up against him. And I think Richard was the leeward boat right there. But that was very close. I want to hear your comments. A lot of times all you guys complain about the way I call these races. I'm not an expert here. I just try to do my best. And I love hearing from you rules experts out there. As we see 2 boats lufting around that mark, they're very close, still in each other's wind. As Andy opens up those sails and heads downwind, those other 2 boats peel away from each other. That was Joe and Richard. Richard seems to have accelerated a little bit better, but here comes Joe back. They're battling for second place really hard. Accelerating, trying to catch up to Andy. Andy's extending his lead. As we see the second and third boat go wing on wing. All 3 of the first boats are wing on wing, heading downwind very quickly. Poor Jerry and Ron are way behind. They better find some way to catch up, especially Ron. He is going wing on wing. He's moving very well, but he's got so much water to make up right here. Beautiful day out here in Melbourne. Look at those ripples on this pond. Beautiful pond to race on. Andy has about a 7-boat length lead right now, but the second and third place boat are desperately trying to catch him. Number 4, Jerry, has overlap on Richard coming into that mark. They're very close, and look at that! Richard wasn't giving him any room. Richard drives him into the mark, and Jerry hits the mark. Incredible! What? No fouls being called? No foul was called. Incredible! That was so obvious. There was absolutely no room given by Richard. None whatsoever. Jerry had no other way to go except right into that mark. Definitely a foul should have been called, and this is critical coming down to the finish line. What is going to happen here? We see a battle going on, and look at, we see Andy way over there, towards the middle of the pond. Here comes Richard fast. Who will get there? Richard's going to be on starboard tack, and Andy's coming on port, so he'll have to give him room. As we see right at the finish line, it is going to be Richard wins, and Andy is driven up. Andy takes second place. He's gotta be really upset about that, but remember, if you're on opposite tacks, the rules of racing you have to go by. As we see, number 06, Joe, takes third. Now remember, if they would have been on the same tack coming across that finish line, then room would not have been given. But they were on separate tacks, and Richard was on starboard, Andy was on port, so he had to give way. And we had an incredible finish, so close. But I'll bet you Joe is still steaming about what happened down there at that gate and at that mark. What would have happened if Richard would have done a penalty turn? Would we have seen Joe up there contending for a first place finish? As we see the 4 and 5 boat coming towards the finish line, it looks like number 4, Jerry, is going to take 4th place, which only means Ron has 1 place to finish, and that's in 5th place. So let's congratulate our top 3, and the 1st and 2nd place finishers are Team Sail Wars racers, number 12 Richard and number 11 Andy, followed by number 3, 06 Joe. And we want to thank all of you for watching Sail Wars. Remember, Sail Wars is made up totally of volunteers, and we love it when you subscribe. Subscribing costs you absolutely nothing, and it's a way you can thank us for putting on these videos. And we need the help from all the club webmasters. We still find out that a lot of people in this hobby know nothing about Sail Wars, and they definitely don't know how to find us. Well, you can help them. Send out an email to all your club members and give them the link to our homepage so they can find and subscribe. We have links on our YouTube homepage that show all the videos, have different playlists, and you can subscribe right there on our homepage. I know I sound like a broken record saying stuff like this in every video, but we really need your help at spreading the word of Sail Wars and letting people know about our hobby. So, and if you're watching this for the first time and you don't belong to a club, you can look up the clubs on the AMYA and find yourself a great club like the Northern Maryland Model Yacht Club. All the clubs that belong to the AMYA will welcome you with open arms, especially that great club up there in Frederick. Well, this is Sandy Pondwater having another fine racing day with you, and I guess I'll see you at the next race.